and a very warm welcome to my live. My name is Julie-Sian, known as the Manifesting Mental Queen, and I have manifested my latest book into publication, which will be which will be available to purchase on next Tuesday. 5 days to go, just 5 days. Don't we love the numbers? Do you love numbers? Do you see numbers? Do you resonate with numbers? How do you feel when you see a number? Does it mean anything to you at all? I have written a book called Fairy Numbers 101, and it's very similar to Angel Numbers 101. There's a Carl Gray has done Angels number 101 there. And basically Angel Numbers 101 is numbers have been assigned to represent a message from the universe, and that message is interpreted as a spiritual number to give you spiritual guidance from Source, God, the One, the Creator. And it's like the angels are our messengers from Source. They connect us and they help us through messages. Now, because the noise around us with busy lives, our physical lives, we sometimes don't get focused on those little messages, and we all could do with a little bit of guidance. I mean, we've all gone to our best friend or our mum or our dad or an acquaintance and go, what do you think? What do you think? Do you got an idea? How do you know? We always ask advice. You know, you ask for advice from professionals. You know, if you got to see a doctor or a lawyer, or whatever like that, whenever you need advice, you go and ask for someone. But sometimes we just need advice from someone who does not have a vested interest in our lives, and it can guide us for ourselves. Because usually when you ask someone else, they're doing it from their point of view. You should do this, you should do that, if I were you, da 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 da. But when you connect with your angel numbers or fairy numbers, you're actually getting the advice direct, which is really for you, for your own benefit, your highest benefit. And the difference between fairies and angels is that fairies are still our guides. However, they are our physical guides on physical earth. Angels are our spiritual guides, and they're spiritual. Fairies deal with earth, air, fire, water, and the spiritual side of earth, air, fire, and water. Fairies are known as our earth angels. They guide us on our physical journey while we're here. Our physical journey is that we eat, we sleep, we live in a building, we read books, everything we do is physical. And as such, we often need physical advice on our actual journey. I'm not saying that, you know, or we go to a fairy, should I buy, you know, the legal dots of asking a lawyer or whatever like that, so because you still need the advice from a proper lawyer. But they can give you guidance, and their guidance is seek out a professional, seek out this, and that is their guidance, because their guidance is, yes, you need more professional help, or you need this, or you should do that, and their guidance is helping you on your physical life. Yes, sometimes it's like, oh yes, spiritual, yes, where am I? What is my purpose? Why am I here? Good question. What is the answer to life? But sometimes, because our life is physical, we need actual guidance on our physical. And this is where the numbers come from. Now, I've just said 5 days to go. And let's see, in the angel book, number 5 would be, let's see, number 5. Oh, hang on, that's the clock numbers. So, as an angel interpretation by Carl Gray, other angel numbers are available. His number 5 is, abundance is a state of mind. When you feel rich spiritually, your physical life will reflect it. And it is. If you're thinking, I've got no money, you feel poor, you compare to someone else, and then you think, oh, they've got more money than me, etc. And that's an abundance of mind, because to someone else, you may think they've got more money because they've got a big house, but someone else might go, hey, I've got no money because it's all tied up in the house, and I may look rich, but only because I've got this Prada bag, but it cost me £2,000 and now I haven't got any money. But when you feel rich spiritually, your physical life will reflect it. If you feel rich, your physical life, but that's all spiritual. So if we then look at from the Fairy Numbers 101, let's see what the fairy guidance for the number 5 is. Talk amongst yourself. This isn't assigned with an element because it is with the elements earth, air, fire, water. And 5 has been assigned a fire number. And it says you're encouraged to be ignited with a new passion for life, even if it feels unpredictable, and change will happen with your newfound freedom. And it says this is basically going for your new passions in life. When you feel you find something you really love and it's brand new, you get really excited and you go all for it. And it's like when you find this new freedom with it, because it's like I found a new way of looking, a new way of feeling things, and suddenly your life is suddenly, you always thought I'm going to do this, but then suddenly something comes along out of the blue and it changes, and it's like, wow, life is unpredictable anymore. And I've suddenly realised I can look at things from a different point of view. So this is fire and the number 5, and it's this like abundance is a state of mind, and when you feel spiritually, your physical life will reflect it. So Carl Gray is saying that when you've got a change of mind, and this is with the fire number, your change happens. So with the angel message, it's saying you have a change of mind. Abundance is a state of mind. When you start believing you are rich, this is a change. And then with the fairy number, it's saying change will happen in your newfound freedom, because suddenly this way of looking at things from a different point of view is giving the freedom, because we get so stuck in the rut, stuck in our current mind of thinking, which holds us down. But when you've got this new way of thinking, this new way of actually abundance is this instead of this, you then get fired up about something. And this is how there's a slight difference between angel numbers and fairy numbers. So, as I said, angel numbers are messages from your spirit guides. Your fairy numbers are messages from the fairies, which is earth, air, fire, water and spirit. And as such, these elements mean something. An earth number is all about our physical, our body. It's about your material needs and a sense of stability. And that's all earth. So anything to do with earth, when you get an earth number, it's all to do with your material needs and your sense of stability. When you get an air number, that's about your mental mind, your conscious and unconscious, your thoughts, your beliefs and logical processes. And our beliefs are told in one way, and when you believe that, that is it, and you live your life to that belief. But when you suddenly start getting out of your mind and think of other ways of thinking, suddenly maybe your belief system or your mindset gets changed, because it's like, well, actually, I always thought this, but now I know this. Suddenly new things open up. So air is all about your mental thoughts. Water is all about your emotional, your feelings, your intuition and your emotional flow. Because when we talk about an event, like, oh, that holiday was great because I had real good fun, we had a lot of laughter, it was enjoyable. And then you say, but it was ruined because on the flight back, we were delayed. And then what you're doing is you're putting your emotion into that, oh, that flight, oh, it delayed us, we were held up and but you forget about the days before when you're having so much fun. And in years later you go, oh, we went to Morocco, however, and it was a good holiday, but it was ruined by being held up, and you have all those emotions of how frustrated you feel. And this is your water. And if you just turn around and go, well, yeah, actually it did delay us, but you know what, it only delayed us a couple of hours, doesn't take away from the holiday, what fun, and we got home. But we use emotions for telling a story. And this is what water is all about, your emotional and your feelings. Now fire is psychological, your identity, the willpower and the capacity for transformation, your passion for life. What fires you up? What you enjoy? What gives you joy? What doesn't give you joy? And spirit is your soul, your higher self and your connection to source. And then all the numbers 0 to 9 have got assigned numbers, such as 0 is your infinite potential and it's to do with spirit. 1 is all about beginnings and earth. 2 is about cooperation and it's water. 3 is about expression and it's an air number. 4 is the foundations and nature, structure, and that's an earth number. 5 is all about change, adventure, and that's fire. Number 6 is all about nurturing and beauty and harmony, and that's a water number. 7 is an air and spirit because it's insight, and you can get spiritual insight and air insight for your mind as well. And 9, let's say 8 is power, your passion, and again it's a fire number. And 9 is all about release and completion, so it's earth and spirit. So it is mainly, a 9 is mainly an earth number because it's the completion, the ending of something, but it's also a spirit number because it's your higher purpose. You're suddenly realising you've gone on this journey, and what is my higher purpose? Well, that is a spiritual number. So 7 and 9 have got dual elements assigned to it. So this is how we then go deeper, because when you see a number such as let's open page 198. Now you could look up the 198 and get a spiritual meaning from it, but 198 is all about creative sparks that ignite. You have the power to transform ideas into reality. Act with confidence. This is your time to shine, so don't hide behind excuses, which is a form of procrastination. Time for action. And then you can go fire. Well, it's a fire number, so you've got that, and then you can go deeper. Well, fire also means it's about your identity, your willpower, capacity for transformation. So you've got an extra layer. And then, of course, with fairy numbers, we then take it even deeper. We go with fairy numerology, where we take that number 198 and we bring it down to a single unit. So 901 is 10, 18, it becomes a 9 number. And then it becomes an earth spirit number. So not only is 198 a fire number, you've got the definition of the number, you've got the definition of fire, but with fairy numerology, you bring it down even more, and you get to connect with earth and spirit. So you get these extra deeper meanings behind your fairy numbers. I hope that explains. If you've got any questions or queries, put them down in the comments. If you've got any, if you ever see any numbers, let me know if you see numbers. If you want to know what the meaning is, if you want some more information on the book, more information on the fairy numbers or on fairy numerology, let me know, and let me know. You can send me a message or put a comment here. If you do watch this back, do #replay. And like I said, we've just got 5 days to go before the book is released on Amazon. You can buy it hardback, paperback or Kindle. If you interested, I do have a Facebook group where you can join it and follow along on the journey towards publication day on the 7th of October. And if you do join the Facebook group and you purchase on the 7th of October, there are some freebies I am giving away. So follow along, find out what's going on, join in all the fun, and by purchasing the book on the 7th of October, let's hopefully maybe make the book onto the Amazon top 10 sellers list. Wishing you an absolutely amazing evening. Thank you for watching this. Thank you for watching it back if you do watch #replay. And thank you for your time. Have a great evening. Take care. Namaste.